So greetings, my amazing people. So greetings from KRO Vlog family. And on today's video, I will be talking about why hygienic is very important in teenage age, about their body changes and also being confident and also healthy. Okay. So today we're going to be talking about when it comes to teenager. So I come across why I decided to make this video is I come across a teenage mother when she made a statement and also talk about that there is parents their teenage daughter were taken away from her, and she was trying to advise a lot of mothers, especially when it comes to your age. You have a child and a teenage, 7 years above, and what happened to and she decided to share this story, and to create awareness. As you understand, sometimes there are some certain things you do not know as a mother. So in case maybe you come across this video, please make sure that you also watch this video to the end, yes, and learn something from it. Yeah, especially when it comes to teenage personal hygiene. Sometimes like when they are 7 years, so they're not like very maybe they try as possible their best, to do um their which is their personal hygiene all by themselves. But as a mother, just try as possible, to make sure that you take close you also help them out, and support them when it comes to personal hygiene, and make sure you was very close to your children. Yes, especially when it comes to teenage. Yeah. Try and don't say okay, he or she can do it by herself or himself, a teenager, that okay, probably when it comes to taking care of when regular um, taking your baths and all those things and trying to use the right deodorant, especially when it comes to teenager 7 years above. So according to this particular um story, according to her, that her daughter was taken away from her just because the students were, and also the class student, which is the school where the her teenage daughter is attending. So they were literally complaining. So they are literally have been like giving in complaining about that her daughter smells very bad, and she's not like taking care of her daughter. So because of that, and the complaint have been like, there have been multiple complaints from the students, and also it had to reach to the teacher. So the teacher were also aware of it, and the teacher had to seek to and the teacher went to report the case, on the high, which is on the owner of the school. And from there, so they took the case, and before you know, so they took her daughter away from her, that she's not capable of taking care of her teenage daughter. So that is the main reason why I'm literally doing this video, to create more awareness, and also to reach out to a lot of parents out there. Look after your teenage children. They are teenage sometimes, they sweat a lot, and some of them, you need to buy the right deodorant for like teenager. And I think they have it also the best deodorant in a pharmacy in case, and you buy also the one that has like zero aluminum, and it's also very good, and the one that that okay, it's also not so very harsh and strong for a teenager. I mean, buy the right product. So let me list this. As a teenager, I just want to know that our bodies go through so many changes, and good hygiene isn't just about looking fresh. It's about feeling confident and healthy and every day. Today, I will share the best hygiene tips every teen should know. So I just stated it a little bit, so let me just use it, to create awareness when it comes to teenage hygiene, the best product you should be using for your teenage children. So make sure that you take your regular shower. I know sometimes you do sweat a lot, and also the puberty. During the puberty, so make sure that the shower also very daily, and also use a very mild soap. So very mild soap, not like a bleaching soap or a chemical soap, just a very mild soap for teenager and when it's a children. I'm not saying children because this is a tea. This is what I'm talking about. This is specific for teenager. Okay, puberty. When you are 7 years above, some, yeah, 8 years, 9, 10, 11, so above. And some children really grow very fast. Trust me. By the time you even see them, you will feel like, oh my goodness, is she 11, is she 10? Because they are really over, like growing so much, so super puberty. And when you notice that your child is always very sweating, and you can go and either you go and take your child to a nearby, maybe to they have children doctor, seek, ask what kind of product you would use for your child, your teenage child. And also they have a very, very nice mind teenage roll-ons, and also they have it in pharmacy. They're very mild and they're very also very, very good. They're a bit expensive, but they are very good. I mean, they are very mild for when it comes to teenage um, using. I see understand when it comes to teenager. So those kind of personal hygiene are very, very good when it comes to deodorant and also spray. They have a very mild spray too. So make sure you use a very mild spray. And also some 7 years old above, if you notice that probably maybe your child is not, and also changing wears is also very, very important, that the child is sweating and is not putting on the same wears in the next day. So make sure that you also, as a mother, you are trying to support your teenage children. So wash armpits very gently and also very well. They have a very mild bathing sponge, and make sure that you buy the one that is not so very hard for the skin. And also, yeah, you can also buy the one that's a little bit, just to make sure that you teach your teenage children on how to, like, personal hygiene, on how to bath properly. So next one is the hygiene. Okay, about the oral hygiene is to make sure you brush twice, and most of the time, even the dentist always advise the children also tea, even the also for the adults. Next time we're going to be talking about adults. Even the dentist, they also advise adults also to wash their teeth twice. So the same thing goes to tea and children, to make sure they take care of their teeth, wash it twice a day, in the morning and in the evening before going to bed. So make sure that you do that twice. And also, if possible, use mouthwash for good breath. And if you notice all your teeth, and probably maybe there's some teenager or teen that really, maybe notice that something is wrong with their teeth, or probably maybe that they are not getting good breath. They have a very good toothbrush. This electric toothbrush is also very, very good. Get the good one that your teenage children can use. Is electric, you can use it, or probably maybe you can use also a very mild, not so very strong toothbrush for your teeth. And make sure that you also stay close and show your child, your teen, how to take care of the tongue. They usually learn that from the school and also from the daycare and kindergarten. So make sure that you also teach your teen or your children how to make sure they take care of their tongue, for them to also have a good breath, especially when it comes to they're going to school to meet other children. So you do not want nobody to complain about your child is not doing this, is not, you understand. I know sometimes maybe probably you might not be there, gone to work, but still try as possible to control and see how your children or your teen, how the body smell and everything. So it's very important. So that you can know if you're gonna like change some deodorant, if they need any kind of things, make sure that you are buying and taking care of your children. It is very important. So the next one about their hair care. Hair care is very, very important when it comes to hair care. Make sure you wash their scalp, regular, and some tea. If you notice that, okay, you notice that they do not take care of their hair, you give them some support and make sure that you talk, and helping hand and talking to them. That also for washing your scarf and make sure your hair are clean. Are also very important. That is something like practicing and showing your which your children on how to take care of their hair. So make sure that you put that also in the practice so that the children can also learn from that. And if it's once or two to three times in a week, make sure they also oiling their hair and daily oiling. Also, even they have short hair, make sure they're also oiling their hair for their scalp to look clean. At least somebody is like watching towards their talking to them, the teacher or anybody, they could even like sight and show see their hair, the scarf, and it also like look clean. That is also very important. So the next one is about the hair and sport to avoid sweat build up. So make sure also that tie their hair, especially when it comes to when they are doing sports. If you have a very long hair and all those things, because when it's sweating, becomes as sometimes with our own doing our braided hair, and to make sure that you also once you it's not hair that you braid some of your tea hair and leave it for 1 month, 2 months. It is very very long for a tea to leave his or her hair for so long. So make sure that you also wash it during the hair braided and and check it is very important, and make sure that it's well styled. You can just like teach your tea that you need to take care of your scarf. Even though your hair is braided, you can still wash it and also oil it for it to give a good smell. I'm just like giving a tip for especially when it comes to parenting and also giving uh trying to create awareness when it comes to mothers. I mean, just to reach out to mothers. Yeah. So the next one is this is a very cleansing about skincare. Do not do what and use a chemical moisturizer when it comes to what I mean is that like that is a moisturizer that really probably maybe your your child's skin is brown skin and you are literally buying a moisturizer that is going to like gives a child a little bit or like to bleaching the skin. So please make sure that you buy a very mild moisturizer, especially when it comes to for tea. It's always written there. As you understand, go for very, very mild, not something that's going to like bleach the skin, very mild lotion when it comes to moisturizer. And also make sure that you also, if it's possible, also add sunscreen. It is very, very advisable. Avoid washing or harsh products. Yes, it is very, very important that you avoid any kind of like harsh product. Avoid it completely. Buy something, a moisturizer that is very, like, very, very, um, what I mind, that is not harsh for the skin and especially for child. If you notice that the child is having some reaction, it comes to product that before you buy it, you can see also pharmacy, they have also very very good product for for tea and children, and you can get it from there or you ask around. Also they give you very good product. Mesa is very good, especially when it comes to do not buy that one, the other one, the red one and the other yellow one. The one you should go for is the blue one that that is good for a tea skin, and they have really amazing mind, very mind before you read it if it's an ask around if that product is suitable for children or tea before buying it. Do not go for any kind of ash